What's up, MNF fans? It's your boy, the F, Handsome Frank. So did you notice the M, Cool Mike, finally made a video again? Whoo! Good goddamn! It's been a while for him, huh? And now he's going to be on Twitter using our account. So let's see how that goes. Anyway, let's talk about Eric Bischoff and SmackDown. I've watched some videos saying that Eric Bischoff needs to take creative control. I've watched or read tweets, articles, same shit. I don't agree. I don't look at Eric Bischoff as the creative genius that most are. I think maybe nostalgia plays a part in this for people, or maybe they just want something different. But let's look at Eric Bischoff, okay? Prior to the NWO, he showed a complete lack of building new stars. He relied entirely too much on Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. And when they got there, he relegated the WCW stars that were built prior to him. So, Sting took a back seat. Flair took a back seat to Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. Now I'm a big Macho Man fan, and I don't hate Hogan. But the point is, right then and there, at that specific time, he wasn't building stars. He couldn't build stars. He had a great cruiserweight division, but, let's be real about it. That shit was relegated to lower card matches, and they were never featured as anything above mid-card at best, right? And then he goes on a spending spree, and he brings in Nash, Hall, anybody he could get from WWE, who, frankly, were old guys. And then once again, he takes somebody else's creation, and he uses them to garner ratings at the expense of WCW guys, with the exception of Goldberg being one of the only guys that they actually built, and they ruined him kind of quickly. For fuck's sakes, we're talking about a guy that signed Bret Hart after the Montreal Screwjob, who was the most talked about wrestler in the world at the time, and he put him in the mid-card. That shit could have put them over the edge, and 83 weeks could have been a permanent thing. But no, he had to focus on the NWO. He had to focus on much older guys in the NWO controlling everything. And this goes to him giving contracts that had creative control to guys that, frankly, were fucking selfish as hell. Talking about Hulk Hogan and a couple of Clique members. And we all know what the Clique was like, right? They certainly fucked enough guys in the WWE, and they did the same in WCW. And Hogan was Hogan, right? What was it saying? Oh, I don't see it that way, brother. Anytime they wanted him to lose or whatever, right? So he was incapable of building new stars. He saw next to no value in smaller guys, always having them relegated to lower card matches, at the most mid card, rarely. And you saw a lot of these guys leave and become stars. And you look at Benoit, you look at Jericho, you look at Eddie. these guys left and became massive stars. So now, how exactly is Eric Bischoff going to right the ship for SmackDown? Because on SmackDown, you have, I mean, for the most part, you have Randy Orton. He's an established star. You have Kevin Owens. He's somewhat established, but he's still newish, right, in the WWE. And you have a lot of newer guys that need to be built, that need to become stars. And Eric Bischoff has shown in the past that he is not very good at doing that. And some of the angles, even during the height of the 83 weeks, some of the angles were ridiculous or stupid. And we're talking about a guy that had his commentary team announce that Mick Foley won the championship in WWF, and that spelled the end of their ratings domination. You want somebody with that mindset that gave that call or gave permission to make that call running the show? Really? And people forget that, you know, they put a lot of blame on Russo, and rightfully so, at the end of WCW's dying days. However, there was a time where Russo and Bischoff were working together, and they didn't do anything great. So when I see people excited for Bischoff, I mean, this isn't an on-screen role. This is an actual, executive VP of SmackDown. So this is actual creative control for Bischoff. And I don't see it as a good thing. Then again, anything has to be better than what we're getting. But I just don't think it's the right role. And that's if he ever actually does it. How long has it been since it was announced? How long has he been there just learning the ropes? You fucking know the ropes, man. Right? And he still has to answer to Vince McMahon. So, I don't know. I don't see this as a fucking good thing. People seem to. But hey, I can almost guarantee you it's not going to give you or me or anyone else the desired results of a much better show. So, this is your boy, Handsome Frank, with a serious video, because I'm usually not too serious. But hey, smash the like button, sub to the channel. We desperately need more. And hey, ring the bell. And join us on Twitter. It's at MJF Wrestling, because we had to change the name, but you can also search MNF Wrestling. I'll make sure you see it. Anyway, have a good day. It's Thursday. Here in Canada, it's the day before the Labor Day weekend starts. I don't know what you guys have in the States, so if you guys have a long weekend coming up, which I'm sure you do, right? You guys have Labor Day, I think. Fucking enjoy it, man. I know I am. I'm going to be watching All Out, All Out. And NXT UK TakeOver. That's a lot of wrestling on Tuesday, boy. So, hey. Once again, goodbye, good night, and love you.